Hi there, Stacy at Stanley Young Business Strategies here. So, you have been requested by your employer or perhaps by your client to track your time and use their system in QuickBooks. So the first thing that will happen is you should receive an email and it'll say something like your name or the client's name invited you to log your hours online. So just go into your email and open that up. And then the link that says here, ready to log your hours, go ahead and say, let's go. So the first thing that's going to happen is your username is going to be your email address. So in this case, my email address, client care, my name, Granny, last name, Smith. Go ahead and put your phone number in here, your cell phone number, and you won't get any phone calls or cell phone calls. What this does is it allows us to be able to do two-factor authentication whenever you need to log into QuickBooks. And then go ahead and create a password that follows the rules, 8 or more characters, upper, lower, etc., etc. All right. And then you can go ahead and put in a security question here. Go ahead and do that and create the account. Okay, so now we have access to be able to log in this case to the Acme Corporation. So we can go ahead and click continue. And then from here, we're going to get to this page. We've already logged in, so we're going to get to this page here. From here, we can go ahead and enter a timesheet. So we can either enter a single activity if we've done one activity, or we can go ahead and go to weekly. Weekly is probably what you're going to use most. So let's go there. I'm going to make sure that my name is here, which it will be. It's the only thing that we have access to. And then we just have to pay attention to what week we're entering. So this is October 2nd to the 8th, which happens to be this week. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do last week if I'm entering for last week, or if I'm trying to be ahead of the game and I want to enter my hours for today, I'll just make sure that I do this week. Okay. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to either choose a customer or a project that we were working on. So for this week, we worked on Daffy Duck. I'm a bookkeeping firm, and so for Daffy Duck, I'm going to enter payables that have been sent in. And for that particular customer, I'm going to do 1 hour a day, or I did 1 hour a day because that's the first thing that I do during the day. The second client that I worked on Elmer Fudd. Well, Elmer Fudd has payroll to process. So I'm just going to write the note, processing payroll. We do that on Tuesdays, and it takes 2 hours to be able to do that. And another activity that I may have done, let me just move that over, is I worked on Foghorn Leghorn's account, and it was to review financial statements. So you can see my description here is just a brief note as to what we did. And then over here, we indicate on what day that we did that. So in the case of Foghorn Leghorn, I spent the first hour doing payables and then the rest of the day pretty much working on those financial statements. You can see here that perhaps I only have one activity for that client for that week, or perhaps I have multiple. Over here in the right-hand side, it will tell you how many hours in total you worked on that client throughout the week. And here it will tell you how many hours you worked in total on that day. So I can see that I worked a total of 13 hours that week. Perhaps those are the only activities that I did. When you are done, on the very bottom, you can go ahead and go save and close. And that's how you enter your timesheet. As always, reach out if you have any questions. Our email address is clientcare@stanleyyoung.ca.